Today, the internet absolutely exploded with one of the biggest debacles in recent camera history. The Panasonic V-Log L update for the GH4. The update that has been in the works for over a year and cost $99 was leaked for free. Every GH4 user on the planet immediately rushed to their cameras to try out the free V-Log L unlock. And the best part of all is that Panasonic did it to themselves. V-Log L was supposed to be rolled out later this month as a paid upgrade. Users would download firmware version 2.3 and then pay $99 to receive an activation code to unlock V-Log L within the firmware. Well, it turns out that you don't need to pay to unlock the V-Log L setting. All you need to do is pair the GH4 via Wi-Fi with a smartphone and use the Panasonic Image app to select V-Log L. Yes, you heard that right. You can bypass the $99 upgrade charge by using Panasonic's very own smartphone app. This was a complete oversight, and I'm sure the folks over at Panasonic are losing their minds. After all the hype and anticipation, V-Log L is broken by their own software. No hacks, no tricks, no awkward workarounds, just pure V-Log L unlocked and ready to go. All you need to do is save V-Log L as a custom picture profile and you'll have it on your camera forever, even if you turn it off and you're not paired with the smartphone app. But aside from this huge leak, how does V-Log L actually work? Well, let's take a look at some footage. The first thing you'll notice about V-Log L is that it's a lot noisier, or appears noisier, than footage you're probably used to seeing from the GH4. It's a lot flatter, it's more washed out, and it's harder to judge exposure and focus based on the V-Log L setting alone. Now, you can switch to other picture profile modes to get a rough idea of what you're filming and how it actually looks, but the best solution would be to get an external monitor where you can monitor with a proper LUT for V-Log L. You also might want to consider an external monitor that also has a recorder built in, something that can record the 10-bit 422 HDMI output from the GH4. If you're going to use V-Log L on the GH4, you definitely want the most color information possible, and that just isn't the case with the internal 8-bit 420 recording. You should really have 10-bit 422 footage from an external recorder to get the most out of V-Log L. With that said, you can use V-Log L with the internal 8-bit 420 recording. You just have to keep a few things in mind. You're likely going to have more compressed shadows and low light areas, and you're not going to have the full flexibility of color grading that you would get with 10-bit 422 footage. I shot some samples internally with V-Log L to show the extra latitude you get with it as compared to Cinelike D. I'm also shooting all of this footage with the V-Log L picture profile, so that's another sample for you to evaluate. You also have to keep in mind that V-Log L records with a smaller luminance range of values. Now bear with me because this can be a little unintuitive, but essentially what it means is that pure black on the camera when recording V-Log L is actually around 10% rather than the traditional 0. And the highlights clip around 80% rather than the typical 100% that you're probably used to. So when you pull this footage into post-production for grading, you'll notice that the luminance values only range between around 10% to 80%, not the full 0 to 100. Now, when you're shooting, you can actually monitor this range on the GH4 itself if you're using the proper V-Log L picture profile. The moment you save it as a custom profile, the histogram switches and changes so you can actually see the 10% and the 80% cutoffs. If you're filming with V-Log L, Panasonic actually programmed the histogram to update where 10% actually becomes 0 and 80% actually becomes 100%. This is one significant advantage to getting the full unlock of V-Log L. It means that your histogram will meter exposure properly as compared to the custom picture profile. If you're shooting with V-Log L as a custom picture profile, you definitely need to keep this in mind because even though things are around 80%, that's actually pure white. And even if you're filming something as bright as the sun, the moment you bring it into post-production, you'll see that those whites aren't pure white and they're actually a slight gray. You can make them white through color grading, but know that 80% is where the highlights clip. Beyond that percentage, you won't have any detail. It'll just be pure white. It's also incredibly easy to underexpose log footage. Because of the low contrast, it can be hard to tell what's darker and what's brighter in the scene. So if you're not monitoring with LUTs, be really careful about underexposing. You're going to get extra noisy footage and you're not going to be happy with the results. It's really important that you expose to the right or expose to the brighter side when you're shooting log. So log shooting definitely isn't for everyone. It depends on your particular camera setup, as well as how much time you want to spend in post-production. But with those two things in mind, you should be able to determine if log is right for you.